Furious world leaders are turning their back on Donald Trump and doing so in public as Donald Trump says he's ready to go to war. Donald Trump says he's going to attack Iran soon if they don't make a deal with him. Donald Trump saying he's sending an armada that's going to attack Iran, but Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and others are saying, well, if you attack Iran, we're not going to let you use our airspace this time. Sorry, Donald, we don't got your back. We're turning our back on you. Also, you take a look in Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez has put out some statements over the past 48 hours saying that she does not want to be a puppet of the Trump regime and the United States. Also, Donald Trump's buddy, if you will, in Syria, al-Jilani, who now goes by al-Sharar, the leader of Syria, well, he's been hanging out with Vladimir Putin to make sure the alliance between Syria and Russia, between al-Jilani and Putin, is strong, giving a middle finger to the Trump regime in theory, although Donald Trump's a Putin bootlicker, so even though that goes against the interest of the United States, obviously, maybe Donald Trump likes it that Jilani and Putin are very close buddies. Also, you've got Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who's been kind of hanging in there with Donald Trump, even though I think a lot of us are like, hey, Keir Starmer, you do realize that Donald Trump has defamed the legacy of UK troops and other troops in NATO who were on the front lines fighting with the United States in Afghanistan after the United States invoked Article 5. How do you think about that, Keir Starmer? Keir Starmer said, well, we're still strong allies with the United States. Well, what's really going on, though, is Keir Starmer just took a state visit to China to extend that relationship, and he's there meeting with Xi Jinping, and of course, that follows Prime Minister Carney of Canada meeting with Xi Jinping about 3 weeks ago or so, and China and Canada making that $1 trillion trade pact, which now Donald Trump says, well, I'm going to impose 100% tariffs on Canada as a result of that. Also, Canada's response, Prime Minister Carney was so great about this. He said, when I called Donald Trump, I told him we stand on business in Canada. I meant everything I said in Davos, Switzerland, where I criticized the United States and I said Canada has moved on. The relationship has been irreparably ruptured. I mean what I say, Donald. And yeah, maybe Canada and America still does some trade, but we've moved on. We don't see a difference, actually. If anything, we see China as a more reliable trade partner. And then what Carney just did over the past 48 hours, as Donald Trump's been attacking South Korea, this is what makes Carney so brilliant, is that whenever Donald Trump goes and attacks another country, Carney's right there, kind of swoops in and shows support for